The date was February 14th, Valentine's Day, 1959. The perfect night for a domestic homicide. My girl left me broken the day before, ran away with a waiter. Hell, I already forgot her name. Naturally, I spent the following hours drinking, remembering the night in a foggy thoroughness. The scotch I had was a cheap substance, tasting of guilt and regret, yet I couldn't wait for another glass. It was awfully silent for that night. No calls, everyone getting along peachy keen. I need someone to act out, get trigger happy, step over the line. But then I got the call, the much-awaited ring of the phone. Domestic homicide, no weapon, no witness, no perpetrator, just what I asked for, something to keep me awake. There was a hysterical pregnant woman on the other line, distraught and confused. I assured her it'd be fine. I said I'd be right there. Driving was the last thing I wanted to do. I couldn't focus on the road. Something about this kill seemed odd. It chilled me to know she was expecting. Maybe it was the booze talking. I hadn't yet seen double, but when you drive this way long enough, you forget about the challenge. Yeah, I need to clean up. I wouldn't have been surprised if she thought I was the one who killed him. Now all I could see was headlines reading, "Pregnant housewife kills intoxicated detective." I should have brought a gun. This broad, she was the pearl in an oyster, but not the one you'd find shining at Tiffany's. She was a plastic ball of remorse at the end of a long string. Such a sick crime to deprive an expecting woman of her man. 15 years and you would think I would have been prepared. I thought I was a veteran in this industry until I saw her. She was frail, broken. The words fell out of her mouth like the buttering of a broken down old truck. She gestured her hand, not telling me why, but I knew. The body was in the next room, in between the chairs like a bearskin rug, a macabre piece of upholstery. No significant harm, besides the obvious fatal blow to the rear of his skull. Perhaps a well-timed pipe wrench? Or the aftershock of a seemingly juvenile Louisville slugger. So I made my descent downstairs. In the past, these cases proved to be simple. Man versus man. The weapon often hidden somewhere inside, stowed away from plain sight. I hoped that the tool wasn't now grasped within the cold hands of a low-laying psycho. Among other things, they had a library full of unread books, all stories seemingly important, but of what value? To intrigue an onlooker? I didn't tell the feds about this. I usually let them take the big cases, but I was feeling especially bold today and couldn't risk going back to the office, less formally known as my private tavern. 2 hours of searching. Nothing. Not a single clue. Perfect crime. Everyone leaves evidence. This was becoming a waste of time. My sobriety was returning and a metric ton of brick-shaped headache was rendering me useless. My breath became a divey pub. The seductive smell of a dinner roast enticed me to draw away from the case, and I desperately needed a drink. The roast upstairs took me away from the horror for a moment. The brandy, a different taste compared to my depressing scotch, took me to a place where crimes made sense. The killer fled. He's gone. I closed the case. The bra wasn't too upset either. In fact, she took it quite well, but still felt odd. I couldn't put my finger on it. But that hit me. What if it was her? What if those eyes lied? What if she struck her husband with a perishable item? It would have been too easy. She could have killed a man for whatever reason. All she'd have to do was take a journey to the freezer, get a cold solid haunch of meat, and have a debilitating blow to the head. I mean, she could have cooked the weapon and had it eaten in the same day. Heck, she could have had it for lunch before she called me. But why me? To close this case?